Hello everyone, Flo here, and welcome to a new episode of Weapon Origins. Today I will be talking about the Carbine. I have some R101C Carbine gameplay from Titanfall in the background, and I will be just talking about the Carbine in general in this episode and tell you guys a bit more about the origins of this sort of weapon, I guess. So let's just get this started. A carbine, from French Carbine, is a long arm but with a shorter barrel than a rifle or musket. Many carbines are shortened versions of full-length rifles, shooting the same ammunition as opposed to standalone designs with generally lower-powered ammunition. The smaller size and lighter weight of carbines makes them easier to handle. They are typically issued to high-mobility troops such as special operations soldiers and paratroopers, as well as to mounted supply or other non-infantry personnel whose roles do not require full-sized rifles. Now let's talk a bit about the early history of the Carbine, which is before the 1900s. The Carbine was originally a lighter shortened weapon developed for the cavalry. Carbines were short enough to be loaded and fired from horseback, but this was rarely done. A moving horse is a very unsteady platform, and once halted, a soldier can load and fire more easily if dismounted, which also makes him a smaller target. The principal advantage of the carbine's length was portability. Troops could carry full-length carbines comfortably enough on horseback if just riding from A to B. Cavalry proper had to ride with some agility and engage in sword-wielding melees with opposing cavalry, so carrying anything long would be a dangerous encumbrance. The carbine was typically no longer than a shattered saber, both arranged to hang with their tops clear of the rider's elbows and bottoms clear of the horse's legs. Carbines were usually less accurate and less powerful than the longer muskets, and later rifles, of the infantry, due to a shorter side plane and lower velocity of bullets fired from the shortened barrel. With the advent of fast-burning smokeless powder, the velocity disadvantages of the shorter barrels became less of an issue. Eventually, the use of horse-mounted cavalry would decline, but carbines continued to be issued and used by many who preferred a lighter, more compact weapon, even at the cost of reduced long-range accuracy and power. During the 19th century, carbines were often developed separately from the infantry rifles, and in many cases did not even use the same ammunition, which made for supply difficulties. A notable weapon developed towards the end of the American Civil War by the Union was the Spencer carbine. It had a spring-powered magazine in the stock which held 7 rounds. In the late 19th century, it became common for a number of nations to make bolt-action rifles in both full-length and carbine versions. One of the most popular and recognizable carbines was the Winchester lever-action carbine, with several versions using revolver cartridges. This made it an ideal choice for cowboys and explorers who could carry a revolver and a carbine, both using the same ammunition. Now let's talk about the usage of carbines, because not all of you might actually know why carbines exist. You can already kind of hint it from the start of the video, from the stuff I already told you guys, but I'll give you some more specific info now. The smaller size and lighter weight of carbines makes them easier to handle in close quarter situations such as urban engagements, when deploying from military vehicles, or in any situation where space is confined. The disadvantages of carbines relative to rifles include inferior long-range accuracy and a shorter effective range. Larger than a submachine gun, they are harder to maneuver in tight encounters where superior range and stopping power at distance are not great considerations. Firing the same ammunition as rifles gives carbines the advantage of standardization over those personal defensive weapons, called PDWs, that require proprietary cartridges. The modern usage of the term carbine covers much the same scope as it always had, namely lighter weapons, generally rifles, with barrels less than 457.2 millimeters, 18 inches. These weapons can be considered carbines, while rifles with barrels of 457.2 millimeters, 18 inches or more are generally not considered carbines unless specifically named so. And depending on the weapon's power, modern carbines use ammunition ranging from that used in light pistols up to powerful rifle cartridges, with the usual exception of high-velocity magnum cartridges. In the more powerful cartridges, the short barrel of a carbine has significant disadvantages in velocity, and the high residual pressure when the bullet exits the barrel results in substantially greater muzzle blast. Flash suppressors and muzzle brakes are common solutions to this problem, which may ease their acceptance. Of course, I could be telling you guys so much more about the carbine, but I try to limit myself to everything that happened before 1900. If you want me to make a follow-up video so I can talk more about the carbine and anything that happened from 1900 to these days, like modern time, that would be fine for me. But just keep in mind, if I did that, it would take me like 1 or 2 more videos to do that. But I would be totally fine with that. I actually enjoy making these weapon origin videos. Otherwise, just leave me in the comments down below what my next weapon origin should be. What weapon do you want me to make a weapon origins on? M1911, M1 Garand, M16A3, even a general weapon class like pistols or sniper rifles. What's the origins of the pistol of sniper rifles? That would be pretty interesting, don't you think? Also like to thank you guys for all the support up until now, and I'll also, if you do not really like weapon origins, just leave it in the comments down below. I can make a new series. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel. There will be a lot of goodness and potato videos coming soon. Why did I say potato videos? But whatever. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys later. War.
Upper hand for now, but it's a close fight. Don't let your guard down.